Hi, I told you that I would share no-buy tips with you. Here we are. For those who are on a no-buy or a low-buy either this year or, for 1 month or for 3 months, I hope this post helps you. These are not the usual shop your stash and, do that, do this sort of tips. It's very easy to say shop your stash, but how far does that tip and how far does shopping your stash help resist temptation in a practical manner? These are tips that I find help me resist temptation. So I hope they help you as well. So off we go. The first thing you need to do is audit your stash, not shop your stash, audit your stash. And how do you do this? There's a method to this. First, you need to create an Excel document. And then you have to have separate pages or separate tabs within this document, for different categories. So you have eyeshadow palettes and, foundations and blushes and bronzers and face palettes, which covers brushes and bronzers actually. But, it's, rather than put them all in one tab, it's better if you can see so many different tabs for bronzers, for highlighters, for blushes, and then for face palettes. This will help you understand the largesse of your stash, the largesse of your makeup collection, the volume, than, just saying shop your stash or look at your stash. When you see that in writing, when you see the list there, foundation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know how many foundations you have done just, looking at them, because you may not consciously count them or even notice the number that you have. So first thing, audit your stash. Ideally, this should have been done, in the last week of December, but, I had a bunch of other videos to get through. Sorry about that. I hope that this helps you at least, in the coming months or coming weeks. Second thing is a lot more important than auditing your stash. It is unsubscribing to marketing emails until you're ready to stop your no-buy or stop your low-buy. So unsubscribe to as many marketing emails as possible. If you are unable to pick and choose, create an Excel file of all the marketing emails that you're getting, or create a folder within your email account of all the marketing emails, so you can, unsubscribe, pick and choose, all right, I'm not going to buy anything from this retailer or this brand, and then, unsubscribe to that newsletter. So unsubscribing to marketing email newsletters is very, very important, and it will go a very long way in helping you stick to your no-buy or your low-buy. Number 3, unfollow as many retailers and brands on social media as you possibly can. Really, you've got to do this. I think if you unfollow retailers, if you shop, this depends, from person to person. If you're somebody who shops directly from brands, if you shop on Charlotte Tilbury's website, then, and you are on a no-buy, then you'd better unfollow the brand. If you shop from retailers, then Space and Ken, Cult Beauty, off the top of my head, retail sell Charlotte Tilbury, so unfollow those two. Retain the CT account if you want to stay sort of updated on what's new if you want. Otherwise, the best thing to resist temptation altogether is to unfollow the lot on social media. This is because, there are so many posts telling you that you need this, you need this, you need this. And when you're on a no-buy or a low-buy, you can always follow back once your no-buy is over. Or, once you're used to it, once you know you can resist temptation, once a lot of things stop appealing to you. I think I'm at that phase right now. A lot of things, advent calendars will always appeal to me, sorry, but a lot of palettes no longer appeal to me. Most palettes actually don't appeal to me. I look at them and I think, whatever. And that includes the new Pat McGrath collection. So I think until you reach that phase, at least, you need to unfollow all these people on social media. Number 3, have a reward scheme or an incentive scheme. No, not buy makeup. That's not the reward you want. For staying away, reward yourself. For staying away or for finishing something from your stash, have a reward. And the reward shouldn't be buy more makeup, mind you. It should be something like go for a movie, or treat yourself to a haircut or a spa day or a nice mani-pedi, or, treat yourself to a nice meal, buy a book, or, join a library and read a few books on a particular day, a day that you have off work. Just lie down and read a book. So reward yourself in one way or the other for staying away from makeup. not by buying makeup, mind you, but with other treats, a movie or a good meal or spa day or something like that. So that's a very good rule to follow and generally helps you stick to your no buy. Number 5, and I may sound like I'm shooting myself in the foot here, but I don't think of myself as an influencer. So yeah, we're getting there. Unfollow influencers who are along the lines of, who are along the you need this path. So unfollow people who say that. Unfollow people who praise everything they review. Unfollow people who review a lot of things and tell you need them. So that's what I mean. I don't consider myself an influencer. I'm a consumer who does YouTube videos for a lark. I don't work with any brand as of now for PR. I may praise good advent calendars, mind you. I may praise advent calendars that I like. Mea culpa, forgive me. This channel is not an influencer's channel. I mean, I'm not saying don't unfollow me. Feel free to. It's up to you. It's a free world, So you have to unfollow people who are trying to get you to buy things, I'm afraid. For as long as you are on a no buy, you can always follow them back after that. Or if you reach that stage of detachment where things stop appealing to you one after, in a very regular manner, then you can follow them back. Or if you're already in that stage, well done, don't unfollow. But otherwise, if you're being tempted by things, if you have a fear of missing out and all that, unfollow influencers. I am not an influencer consumer here, very tiny minuscule video channel that does not work with any brands. Number 6, the biggest culprit for in any makeup junkies shopping stash or shopping addiction is our eyeshadow palettes. Eyeshadow palettes. If you're a makeup junkie, skincare junkies, we're coming to you in a minute. If you're a makeup junkie, you obviously, I mean, brands sort of take advantage of this by releasing an eyeshadow palette a minute. And there's a fear of missing out. There are all those influencers telling you, you need this, and the packaging and the color story and the influencer collaborations and the PR and the distribution and the marketing. It's all intended to appeal and to make you buy. And then, they call these things limited edition as well, at least initially. And then, you have a fear of missing out. So they're the biggest culprits. How not to buy eyeshadow palettes is a whole video in itself, otherwise we'll be here all day. I will be doing that video very shortly. Stay tuned for that. That's, it's not the usual video, believe me. So stay tuned for how not to buy eyeshadow palettes, coming soon. So as I told you, for skincare, a separate video is coming with what you need, what you don't need, and no buy tips. So hopefully that will help those of us who are on a skincare no buy. Stay tuned for that. Number 7, you really don't need foundations, highlighters, makeup brushes, and those sort of things if you already have a favorite or two. All right, makeup brush, a favorite set or two. If you already have those, you don't need them. You don't need, if you have pitted acne scars, you don't need highlighters at all. Otherwise, you don't need more than 1 or 2 foundations. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. You don't need more than 1 highlighter, to be honest. Honestly, you don't need it. You don't need more than 1 or 2 sets of makeup brushes because you're going to be reaching for the same set over and over and over and over. That's what's happening in my case. I have about, I don't know, a dozen makeup brush sets, but I keep reaching for the same ones over and over. So what's the point? I think that one way of resisting these items, or to keep reminding you that you don't need these things, is to make some kind of poster or sticker or printout or banner or a coffee mug. You don't need foundations. You don't need highlighters. Whatever your biggest temptation is, make a poster or banner out of it. That'll really help. Number 8, write down each and every one of your beauty expenses and save your receipts in detail, whether it is a simple lip balm or a Louboutin lipstick, whatever it is. Write down your expenses. I think you'll be shocked if you are not on a no buy, if you are a makeup junkie or a skincare junkie. I think you will be shocked, and that shock will help you stick to your no buy or low buy better. And incidentally, if you have your receipts left over from the holiday season, write them down, write the totals down and add them up. That will help you be on a low buy. It does with me. Number 9, find other passions and set yourselves tasks there. I am an antique collector. I'm also an antiquarian book collector, and what I intend to do very shortly is start an antiquarian books channel and pursue my passion. No, this won't stop. Don't worry, this channel will exist. It's my baby, or my firstborn, as it were. So it will exist, and in fact, I may stop that one sooner, or focus less on that one because it's more of a distraction from the beauty one. And I don't know how I can run 2 channels, but find your other passion apart from makeup. Find it and focus on it. Set yourselves tasks there. If it's reading, I will finish reading 10 books this month or 4 books this month, whatever. This is your oyster. Just pick whatever. If you're into gardening, like my dad is, well, he's not into makeup, so he doesn't. I mean, he has other passions, but he doesn't have to go on a low buy or no buy. But if it's gardening, I will grow 5 orchids this summer, or I will grow 5 roses this summer. It's up to you, really. Number 10, find a support group, or at least one support buddy who is also on a no buy. You don't want to have a bestie who says, oh, I bought this palette, I bought this foundation, I bought this set of lipsticks, I bought these blushes every 5 seconds. You want a buddy to support you and say, no, don't buy that, you don't need it. When you are considering it, or when you tell them, I love that thing, it's so good, I think I'm going to buy it. You want somebody who doesn't say knock yourself out. You want somebody who says, I don't think you really need it. At least, not a blatant, no, don't do it. At least somebody who says stop and think, at least somebody who makes you consider or pause there for a few seconds. So a support group, if you can find one, or a support buddy at least. The next one, number 11, when the urge to buy something comes and your support buddy isn't available, I don't know, maybe they aren't responding to texts or phone calls, or not replying to comments on the internet or something, then and you have the mad urge to buy, there's a gift with purchase, a major discount, 3 for 2. What you need to do is get out of the shop or the house. If you're shopping online, get out of the house. If you're or the room at least. If you're shopping in store, get out of the store. Go for a walk. Go for a walk, and then find a friend or family member to talk to for a bit who will stop you. I mean, recently Clout and Beauty had a gift with purchase, which was lovely. Just one fake done item, everything else I could use, everything else. So I left the room, took a walk, and called my friend, who's as much a shopaholic as I am. But because we're both on a low buy right now, we held each other off buying. So she said, look, this isn't the one GWP. The one will arrive later in the year. This is good, great, fantastic. However, so early in the year, you can't have the one. Better things are coming later this year. So let's wait, yeah? So that helped. So a support buddy will really, really help. The next one is the most important one. Make a no-buy box. What is a no-buy box? I will be showing you in a separate video how to make your own no-buy box, because if I start making a no-buy box here, we'll be here all day. But I think a no-buy box, I had great fun putting it together, the no-buy box, and I know that I'm going to have a lot of fun pottering around with my no-buy box. As much fun as I will be having pottering around in my stash, or even with new makeup at least, because it's all a surprise. All right, more spoilers I will not give you now. I will be showing you in detail when the video comes. Stay tuned for that. Number 13, this one is for beauty box addicts. I think the best thing to do is to calculate the total breakdown, not the cost of the minis, of just the full-size products inside that you will use. So supposing a beauty box arrives with 5 products, of which 3 are full-sized, but you will use only 1. You won't use the other 2 things, you're going to have to give them away. Calculate the cost, or note down the cost of that one full-sized, you don't pay for samples or minis, the full-sized item in there that you will use. Did you pay more than that for the box? If so, it's not worth it. Simply put, it's not worth it. This is the same principle that I follow for advent calendars as well. Those of you who've been watching my advent calendar videos will remember that. If the full-sized products that you will use add up to more than what you pay for the box, then the box is worth it. Otherwise, no, don't buy, not worth it. Never, 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 never add the cost of minis, because you don't pay for minis. In gifts with purchase, you may get minis. That's fine. You don't pay for them. The gifts with purchase. Don't calculate the cost of minis in a beauty box or in an advent calendar. And generally minis have a habit of piling up. So let's not calculate the cost of things that pile up. Number 14, watch anti-haul videos. Anti-haul, I love anti-haul videos. I intend to do quite a few this year. And also watch negative reviews of products. If you see a thumbnail or a title that says fail, watch that by all means. You won't be tempted to buy. It's a fail. It will help you to a certain extent to avoid buying similar products. So incidentally, I've done a few fail videos last year, not just advent calendars. I did a fail video for the Huda Beauty matte metal or metal matte melted eyeshadows. I did a fail video for the Charlotte Tilbury Glow Garsam. I did a fail video for the Bourjois Found Sealer. So I hope that those videos have prevented at least one person from making a mistake. So I think if you do watch more negative reviews and anti-haul videos, you'll be less tempted to buy something. There'll be less fear of missing out at least. Number 15, and this one is for all those who are addicted to pretty packaging, all the packaging junkies. Join the club. Find other pretty things in lieu of pretty packaging to focus on in life. Pressing flowers maybe, or beautiful views and sceneries, paintings, even crystals. I don't know, find something that is equally pretty, that catches your fancy to focus on. I don't mean go and buy every Turner or Van Gogh out there. You could just look at them, or find postcards or reprints of the pictures if you're interested in art and paintings. Otherwise, find whatever catches your fancy, whatever other pretty things, so that you're not tempted by the very fancy packaging that some of these products have, and focus on those things instead. Number 16, start doing regular anti-haul lists, at least one every quarter if you're on a no buy for the rest of the year or a low buy for the rest of the year, or start doing anti-haul lists every week or every month, depending on the duration of your no buy or no buy. Believe me, once you start doing anti-haul video lists, it is more fun to add things to the anti-haul list than it is to buy those things. Believe me, absolutely true. Last year I did a couple of anti-haul videos, and they actually helped me stay away from buying a lot of things that I would otherwise have bought. And when I started writing down what I wasn't going to buy during that particular quarter, it was quite addicting. I wanted to write down everything that got launched that quarter. So that will really, really help, believe me. And I will definitely be doing more anti-haul videos this year than I did last year, actually. Now, number 17, watch decluttering videos, or, the Marie Kondo videos. You may not declutter yourself, and you need not declutter if you don't want to, but decluttering videos will help you appreciate your stash more. I've been watching quite a few decluttering videos, and I'm not tempted to declutter right now because I did a declutter quite recently. I'm very happy with my stash at the moment. Not lipsticks, I like more lipsticks, but the rest of it I'm very happy about. And watching those decluttering videos has helped me realize that I don't really need much for the rest of the year, almost for the first half of this year. I need advent calendars. Right. Number 18, when the urge to shop strikes and your support buddy, your family member isn't around, tell yourself that, convince yourself, send yourself a text message, ask somebody else to send you a text message that there is going to be a gift with purchase or a discount very shortly, so hold off. Right? Convince yourself somehow or the other. Write it on a post-it and look at it when you feel the urge to shop, that there's going to be a GWP or a discount shortly, so you need to wait. Number 19, worst case, you are going to succumb to temptation, you are going to buy it, all else has failed, you want that makeup product or skincare product, and you're buying it right now. Wait for a bit and shop around for the best deal at least. Maybe some other website has something that's priced a little less, or has a discount coupon or a little gift with mini with purchase. So shop around for the best deal. And number 20, if all else fails, everything fails, and you're a shopping addict and your no buy or low buy has failed spectacularly, I think it is best to speak to somebody about it, somebody who can handle the situation, somebody who's trained to talk to those who have been indulging in retail therapy. Because I can tell you that retail therapy is something that is as addictive as a lot of other addictions, and it may not, harm you physically, harm your health as such, but it may definitely be harming your finances. So if all else fails and you are continuing to be a shopaholic and you want to come out of it, only a professional can help. So those are 20 no buy or low buy tips for you in 2020. I hope they stand you in good stead. I hope they help you stick to your no buy or your low buy. Do tell me if they do, if you think they will help in the comments below, or if you have other tips to share, tell me what they are. I'd love to know. Let's share them all and help each other out here. Good luck with your no buy or your low buy. I'm on one too. Anytime you want to talk about it, anytime you feel the urge to buy something, if I'm online, I'll reply ASAP, or if not, whenever I see your comment or message. So feel free to reach out. So that's all from me for today. Thank you for watching this video. Please do give me a thumbs up. Please do the subscribe button. Please do ring the notifications bell, and I'll speak to you soon.